to the show. Today is an exciting day because yesterday Facebook announced a brand new platform for content creators like you, like me. So we teach around here that you need to do a show, a consistent weekly show to be in front of your audience, to be there for them, to provide value or entertainment, whatever it is that your proposition is in your business, right? And that is exciting because it really makes a difference in your own business and your reach and your building of the community and engagement and all of that. Now, what Facebook has done is they've gone and announced a new watch platform and show pages. Show pages as opposed to a page, a show page. So we're going to get into all of that today, and it is going to actually be a really good thing for you as a content creator and for your business and for your community. There are some drawbacks to this and potential like pain points, but if they do it right, which they are really working hard towards doing it right, then I think this is going to be a really positive thing for you. So I'm going to go through all the details today, and I'm going to show you what I mean, and we're going to answer questions and all of that good stuff. So that's going to happen when the show starts in 8 minutes. The pre-show is, of course, the time for us to hang out, but it's also for me to get to know a little bit about kind of where you are with your show. So what is it that you are doing with your show? What industry are you in? Are you actually doing a show? The first thing I want you to answer is, are you currently doing a show where it's a consistent weekly thing or daily or whatever that is? Leave me a big yes in the comments. Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Floyd, Vinny, Bruce, Pedro, Paul, everybody is here. All right, I'm also getting you guys up. To be honest, can I be 100% honest with you? I did not do what I teach this morning because I was running very late. So it's very rare that this happens, but I'm getting your comments back up and running right now on Periscope, YouTube, and Facebook. So welcome, Periscopers. I see you there. And all right, fantastic. So that is your question of the day. Rix is not currently doing a show. Nathan says, morning. He is actually shouting, morning. Good morning. Right back at you, Nathan. Thank you for being in a peppy mood today. So this is gonna be great. I want to know kind of what questions you have up front so that I can start to tackle those when I dive down into all of the details. And I have all the details right here on this piece of paper. Both sides. We've got a lot of details to cover. So yesterday, I just want to say a quick thank you. Wow, 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 wow. If you have been around this community, you know that I did a brand new live training yesterday on strategy. So live video strategy, how to piece everything that you're doing in your business together with live video so that live video isn't on an island all by itself. And it's actually a part of your business strategy and your marketing strategy. So I was super pumped about doing that training. And then yesterday, after we got done with it, I got a flood of comments just coming in about how amazing the training was and how much benefit they got out of it. And I just want to thank you for being a part of this community and being a part of that training and being there for you really, because that's why I do this stuff, is to help you and take everything that I've learned over the last 11 years doing this stuff and get it in your brain so that you can see success. So if you haven't joined us yet for the training, if you weren't there yesterday, I'm doing one more live training, and that is today in a few hours. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you didn't join yesterday, I don't do webinars in the traditional way. These are what I call webinar 2.0. It's fun, it's engaging. I actually talk to you during, the training. I'm on camera. It's definitely a different experience than you're used to. So I would invite you to join me today, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's gonna be good, and you're gonna learn a ton because I just love teaching. I love helping. So, okay. Hi, Aaron. Facebook updates the live broadcast sound. I don't know what that means, Aaron. What does that mean? Kimberly, that's 2 a.m. UK time. Uh-oh. Kimberly. Well, you missed the earlier training. So yesterday we did one at 10 a.m. so that it was good for UK people. But Kimberly, you missed that. So Kimberly, I will message you after this and I will make sure that you are all set, okay? But go register. Did I tell them how to register? I don't think I told you how to register. I'm like, join me. Where? Okay, so this is why I have this. So what you need to do, since you're on Facebook, go ahead and type webinar in the comments. So type webinar in the comments on Facebook. If you're on Periscope or YouTube, you're gonna need to go to livestreamingpros.com/webinar. But if you're on Facebook, then you don't have to worry about going to a specific URL. You can just follow the link that you're gonna get in Facebook Messenger. Okay. Paul says, I thought it was 12 UK, still late. Rick says going going out to the community since I haven't, and perhaps the better way of reaching out. So I think we're talking about shows. Jack is expecting 60 frames per second on live. Probably not. But let's see. So the question of the day today, guys, was, are you doing a show? Because that is what we were talking about today with Facebook's brand new announcement, which is the Watch platform and show pages. So this is actually going to be a really big deal for you as a content creator and a business owner, if you are willing to put that consistent work in. And that's what I teach you, so I know you already know that. All right. Let's see. We've got Michael in the house. Good afternoon from Germany. Welcome, welcome. I love how around the world our audience is. I love you guys. And that you're like here at all times for us. Maria, good afternoon from the UK. Maria's in the house. Maria does a fantastic cooking show on live. She has a whole set. She went crazy and built a set in her own home kitchen to make sure that she had great quality. I loved that. Vinny, not doing a show, but live streaming at barrel racing events. Wow, that's cool. You know what I love the most about this community is that people are all over the place. We had somebody, yesterday I learned a world-class, award-winning world-class juggler. How cool is that? I want to learn to juggle. And we have somebody who teaches singers how to sing higher. I just need him to teach me how to sing in the first place. I have a family of singers here, and they won't teach me, so maybe he will. Let's see, Rick. I live only in prep. Fantastic, Nathan. Let's see. All right, Rick is going to be there at the webinar. Everybody's joining the webinar. Fantastic. Charles, any tips on approaching people face-to-face to be a guest on a show last minute? That is a very in-depth conversation, Charles, and one that I don't have time to answer in 40 seconds, but I will say it depends on your relationship with them. So if you have a great relationship with them already, it's okay. If not, I probably wouldn't do so. Martin, remember to take time during this pre-show to remind everyone where your fantabulous graphics are created and originated from. All right, I will totally take that one on. Paul Dixon, pauldixonwebdesign.com. Martin, did he hire you as a PR consultant? I love that. So Paul Dixon is our incredible graphics designer. And if you were on the webinar yesterday, you saw his work. Oh my gosh, those slides were just freaking amazing. And I went over the timer once again. Philip, why do you let me do that? You're supposed to keep me on track. I was on a roll, pitching Paul Dixon, because he is an incredible designer. And by the way, yesterday after the webinar, he was like, nope, these need to be better. These need to be better. So he is sick. He is literally sick and down and out, and he is still making them better and better and better for us. He is always tweaking our graphics and our design and making sure that we look spectacular. I love that guy. So Paul Dixon, webdesign.com. Okay, so we are talking about, let me actually start that for the repurposing. By the way, we're talking about that on the webinar. Welcome to the show. We are talking about the brand new Facebook Watch platform and show pages. Now, I'm going to start this off by saying one quick thing. This is not available to everybody yet. It is in this very early stages, the way Facebook rolls things out. But this is something you need to know that is coming your way. So, hi, I'm Larry Petrucci, and I am from Live Streaming Pros. Here at Live Streaming Pros, we help you create more professional live streams and integrate live video into your overall business and marketing strategy so that it's not an island on its own, so that it really is a great part of what you do in your lead capture process, in your business growth. Okay, so Facebook Watch platform. So we around here, if you're new to us, we teach you that the step one of what you need to be doing with live video, whether it's really a big part of your content creation or if it's a small part supporting some of the other things that you're doing, then it really needs to be you need to have a weekly show. You need to have that consistent contact with your viewers. So here's what most people, or what a lot of people do with live video, is they'll do it very randomly and when they feel like it. And they expect great results. Well, like anything in business, without consistency, you don't get great results. You may see some results, and that's cool, but you don't get great results. So the key here is that consistent weekly show. Like, you're gonna show up Monday at 10 a.m. every single week, and you're gonna be there for your audience, whether that's delivering value and teaching like we do here, or whether that's entertainment, telling jokes, whatever you do in your business, that is, what you need to do on your weekly show so that people can show up there. Now, that doesn't, we're going to get to that doesn't always work in a moment. So stay tuned for that. But so that's what we teach. And I know that a lot of our community members are either planning on doing it or they are already doing it. And this is going to be a big piece for your overall strategy, right? So let's get down in dirty details of what Facebook Watch platform is. So this is, they say, a platform for live and recorded video to help you find an audience, build a community, and make money. All right, so we're going to get to all of those pieces here. First and foremost, let me actually kind of show you a little bit about what this looks like. So these are some images. Right, so we're going to get to Watch platform. Whoop. Oh, did I? Sorry. This is the Watch platform, and you can see that you've got, this is a completely new app, sorry. This is a completely new app separated from the Facebook app. And before I go on, let me actually just mention this here. Groups app is going away entirely. If you haven't heard, September 1st, Groups app goes away, which is great because the Groups app doesn't work very well. But, over the last several months, Facebook has actually been tweaking, and, they put a video tab earlier this year into the main Facebook app. And they've been doing some tweaks and community efforts. They've really been focused on community and groups that you create. So all of this is really coming together and tying in together. So with this new app called Watch, then what you're going to see is, I want you to see this one right here, Discover and Watch List. So you're going to be able to discover new shows, and I'll show you how you can do that here in a second. And then you're going to have a watch list of shows that you actually want to watch, which is great. Oh my gosh, this is huge, guys, that you can say, okay, I want to watch this later, right? You have the now save for later that you can add any post to, but I don't use that. Do you? Tell me if you use that in the comments, please. I want to know. Now let's take a look at this third picture, because we've got info. So this is a show itself. And so the dog has its own show, I guess, but you've got the info section here where you can see all of the information about this particular episode or this particular show, right? You can see the linked group, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. And then we have comments. So once you see what the show is about, you can interact with the community. And then you have up next. What? Yes. Here's why that matters. Because how many times have I, at the end of this show, told you, now on Thursday, or if we're on Thursday, on Tuesday, we are going to be talking to this particular person, or we're going to be talking about this particular thing. And then what do I have to say? I have to say, there's a scheduled post pinned to this page, except that it's probably not pinned yet because I'm still focused on this show for promotion that we're actively on, right? And so I'm like, okay, so it's scheduled on this page, go look for it, right? I could create a bit.ly link or a short URL for that, but I have to tell you to go take a different action that's outside of this environment that we are in now. Right? Are you with me? Give me a big yes in the comments. So this up next section, if they're going to do it the way it looks like they're going to do it, then up next gives you the power to promote towards your next episodes. So let's say, depending on if they change the ability for how long we can schedule shows for, which I have a sneaking suspicion that they're going to increase the amount of time that we are allowed to schedule out. So right now you cannot schedule a post on Facebook or a live video on Facebook after 7 days. So it has to be a week out and that's it. But with this, because now they are focused on, that watch, and they're calling shows that it's made up of episodes, that it's a series, that, like it's all themed together, right? That's what they call a show, is that it's an episodic, it's themed, it's got some kind of connection. So our show right here, right, is there, the connection is a live video. And that's what we talk about every single time we go live for this show. So if they're doing this the way I think they are, then they're going to have to allow us to schedule further out. Otherwise, what's the episodic theme here, right? Like, how do we have up next in this screenshots if they're not going to allow us to go further out and maybe go out a couple of months or at least a month? So that's my hope. That is not truth. That's my hope and my sneaking suspicion that that's what that image means. So I am hoping for the best there. What do you think? I'm going to take a moment to see what you guys are talking about. Okay, let's see. Rick says he hasn't used the save feature. Michael, we'll see you later, Michael. Thank you for joining. Kimberly uses the save feature, loves the idea of being able to go back to things. I do too, but this is a really powerful, house. It's a house. It's a one-stop shop for watching all of your live and recorded shows. So Let's see, Gregory, going live is tough unless it's lots of practice needed to make it professional looking. We're going to talk about the professionalism aspect of this here in a minute, Gregory, okay? So Scott, I wonder if this will help regular live streamers or just celebrities. So great point here. They are rolling it out to celebrities right now. Let's just be honest, that's how they do it. So it is in a very, very, very tight rollout. But then they're going to be going to limited to US, and then they're going to be going out to everybody. So this is the way Facebook does it. You just have to accept that it is going to come your way at some point, probably this year. But this is, or it may take, another 6 months. Who knows? We're in August. Yeah. Okay. So, this is definitely something that they're going to focus on right away with just, the big people, right? But the only reason I have a feeling that this is going to be better than in the long run than what we have right now with the video tab on Facebook. So if you take a look at the Facebook app and then you go into the video tab, I actually don't use that anymore because it is highly focused on celebrity. And I don't care about any celebrities. I care about real people who are part of my world, right? And I think that's true of most of us. So the reason that I think that this is actually going to be different than the videos tab long term is that they have been so focused on groups and communities. So remember a month or two ago, they announced the new groups features, right? And we've been getting a slow rollout of new insights and stuff into our groups. They have taken that a step further also, and they're releasing show pages. So let me show you the show page. So if you have a show, then not only do you have, the show the watch page for that, this is a show page. So this is different than your business page, if I'm understanding everything I'm reading correctly. So, the business page where all of your business stuff happens, and then your show page. And my understanding is that the two and there will also be a third thing, a group that's connected to your show page. So we're gonna have to wait to see how this all rolls out. But my gathering of everything that I'm seeing is basically your page, your business page, then your show page, and maybe if your business is highly tied to your show like ours is, then maybe you could just choose one or the other. Maybe you could change those settings. So we'll see if that's true. But then you have a group that could be attached to that, just like my Facebook group is attached to my business page, the page that you're on right now if you're on Facebook. So there are a lot of things up in the air here, and to wait to see how that actually plays out. But they are focused on that whole community aspect. And so I think that they're really focused on the end user as well in the long run. Not for the slow rollout, of course, because that's just the way they do things. Let's see. One thing Martin says, live video breaks down is the barriers, and it makes people know that everyone makes mistakes, not just them, even you too. Yeah, absolutely. Did I make a mistake? No, I'm just joking. Okay, so let's keep going. So they talk about, the fact that you can discover shows. So and this is another reason, Scott, that I feel like this is actually going to be a really great thing for really individual content creators like ourselves. So they are going to allow you to discover, let me pull up that image here. Hold on. Yeah, the discover right here, this tab, you're going to be able to look at what's most talked about, what friends are watching. Better be careful about what you watch. And then you're also going to have what's making people laugh as a section. It's not shown here, but they are really actually going to be taking the ha-ha reactions. So, not the smiley face reaction, but the ha-ha one. In looking at what people are actually ha-haing and making that as a discoverability tool. So, because they actually said, and I want to read this little snippet here. Let me find it. We've learned. There we go. So they say, we've learned from Facebook Live that people's comments and reactions to a video are often as much a part of the experience as the video itself. So when you watch a show, you can see comments and connect with friends and other viewers while watching or participate in a dedicated Facebook group for the show. So again, it's really about that community. So now there are a couple of things that this really makes a difference for you. Obviously, the connection, the the community aspect of it is key to your live video growth, but revenue. So they talk about making money. And then I also want to talk about what somebody said earlier, I think it was Martin, about the professionalism. So we're going to dive into why professional live video is going to be absolutely 100% key to your success with this. Okay, so 1 second on that. But the revenue aspect of it, making money, they have been, and most of you are aware at this point, that they have been testing ad breaks inside live video. I am on the fence about how this is actually going to play out. So I don't love the idea of, I hate the idea of Facebook inserting an ad mid-show. 100%, I'm not cool with that. If they're going to do a pre-roll ad and split revenue with the creators, then that could be okay. To be honest, I would probably opt out of that stuff. I have to see how it's rolled out, but it's a potential way, like YouTube creators make money from their shows through ads. It's a potential way for you to make money through your Facebook Live show. So that is one of the main biggest reasons I believe that they are separating all of this stuff, so that it's becoming its own page, its own group, its own thing, live shows, and recorded video shows. By the way, Luke had asked yesterday what this means. Like, does it have to be a live show? No. It looks to me like they have so many like celebrities who use videos, and they have so many people who use their Facebook ads who rely heavily on video, recorded video. So it's either or. As far as I can tell, is either or, live or recorded. So anyway, this is becoming its own big thing, right? So, and I believe that's for the revenue, so that they can split that off, track it better, and make sure that people are getting the revenue from what they're creating, as opposed to, I feel like in the existing ecosystem for Facebook, it would be really tough for them to integrate that and track it. So that's why I believe they're really doing this, is for that end goal. Now, let's talk about professionalism. So, as you guys know, that's one of our biggest things, is that you need to focus on the end user's experience with your live video. So this is a really important thing that you need to be thinking about with your live show. And if you haven't thought about it, or if you're like, well, you know what, everybody else does videos and it just doesn't look all that great, and whatever, I just don't want to put that effort into it, that's okay. But in this environment, with a whole group app or a whole show page app, a whole show, a watch app, I mean, this whole environment that they're creating with this announcement is really vital for you to be able to stand out. And the way you do that with drawing people into your world is with professional looking video. It's that immediate know, like, and trust. So when people are scrolling through, they're browsing around, what those discover things are, most talked about, what friends are watching, most people laughed at or did some other kind of reaction to, then when they're browsing around, what is your attention? Where's their attention? So if they're looking for an expert on a particular topic, what says expert better than having Paul create your graphics and making sure that your videos look great? We as human beings immediately put trust into good professional looking things, right? So that's your first step into that process of setting yourself up as an expert in your industry through live video. So James, by the way, James just joined our ecosystem and is in our new live program, our live video funnel program. So welcome, James. Now, he says this is a game changer for creators. Seeing what your friends are watching will open up tons of new opportunities for those who make videos. Absolutely. Like, that is why I'm excited about this, because it's going to spread the message a little easier. Right now, excuse me. Right now, it's so hard for that discoverability aspect. So, you know, when I actually talk about this in the webinar, and if you haven't joined the webinar, this whole strategy of trying to find your audience is what we're talking about, and how to tie in, you know, the whole strategy of your business and your marketing. So if you haven't joined the webinar, do so today. Is a live training, and my last live training on this, for now at least, but live, type a comment in the below. Type a comment webinar if you're on Facebook, and if you're not on Facebook watching right now, you can go to livestreamingpros.com/webinar. But this whole concept of discoverability, like so what I was saying is I talk about in the webinar where we're finding new audience members. And we're actually having to spend money to do so, right? Because of Facebook ads. We actually, I show you how we're only spending 5 cents a day, or 5 cents per lead on this. And we're getting 100 to 150 new leads, but a day, by the way. But if I didn't have to spend money and I could find the audience that I wanted, great. Now that's never going to happen in the Facebook system, but the discoverability is potentially great here. I'm not going to say it's going to be everything that we hope for, because at the end of the day, Facebook is focused on making money, right? I mean, they're a business, so they have the Facebook ads, they have the video ad revenue, and that's where it all leads at the end of the day. But this potentially makes it a lot easier for you to target in on people who are like the people that you are watching, right? Or that are already watching you, their friends, the people they're connected to. So, how do we make money on Facebook? Well, so that if you're talking about what I just talked about, the revenue, so that is still in a slow rollout. So they're testing ad placement into these videos. And so that's just part of the new rollout. So that more information on that will be coming. Joe, is it best to avoid Facebook and YouTube live stream on your own page if you already have an audience and an email list? So Joe, it's got to be your call, like with what you're trying to accomplish. In my opinion, you do have, it's very, very difficult to, yes, you may have an audience already, you have a big list, right? And you can house that on your own website, but it stops there. It stops with your existing list, or you have to get new leads from other places on social, draw them in, and work that into the environment, and work them in. You have to get them to show up at your house. And it's a lot easier for people to hang out with you if they can stay at their own house, which is Facebook or YouTube or Periscope, right? So if you're asking somebody to go out against their flow, it's a lot harder to get them there. So that's where the social platforms come into play in a positive way. I rhymed again. Okay, I don't know why I like rhyming. Let's see. Rick says, learn how I'm excited to learn how this works. Very long road ahead, but yes, yeah, it is a long road. It is going to be a kind of hit and miss thing as we move forward, but there's a lot of potential here for you and the success of your business. As long as the ads are not insensitive to the show, then Stuart's cool with it. Cool. Floyd says it's going to be painful as YouTube still can't get it to work without drama. True that. All right. Now, the only reason I allowed that timer to go off is because I have a meeting here in just a couple minutes I have to make. So my apologies, but I'm gonna have to wrap this up. I will come back to your comments and continue this conversation after the fact. But I think this is really cool for you and really good as we move forward in the rollout of this. Of course, there are going to be drawbacks. Of course, there are going to be cons. There is with everything. But if you are struggling to get views, if you're struggling to get those people to show up and engage with you, and you're struggling to grow your live show and grow your business using live video, make money through live video, then you have to show up to the webinar today. That is at 7 p.m. Eastern, and it is live. If you're on Facebook, I just confused Philip. If you're on Facebook, type webinar in the comments, and you're going to get a link via Facebook Messenger to make it easy on you. If you are not on Facebook, then go ahead and just go directly to livestreamingpros.com/webinar and show up live. It is best if you show up live. That way we can talk about this stuff. I can answer your questions about this stuff in a deeper way. And then, so many people loved the training yesterday. Cannot wait to do it again. I will see you there, and I cannot wait to help you grow your business. I will see you soon. Have a wonderful day. And I will also, we're here Tuesdays and Thursdays every week, 10 a.m. Pacific. Bye.